Hi, my name is Jeanette Marlowe. I work for Whitney Consulting as a senior writer, and that means I write grant applications, business cases, tender applications, project plans, case studies, you name it. I have many years' experience in doing so, and I also have many years' experience as an assessor for funding applications. So today I wanted to talk to you about you. I wanted to talk to you about you as the proponent. Quite often, I find that when I get information from proponents that have asked me to help them out with their application, that information about them to demonstrate that they're capable of delivering the project is quite scarce. I don't often get the richness of detail that I require, and it's quite important. Of course, it's very important in your application that you talk about the project, what it is you're going to deliver, that it's a brilliant idea, that you've done your stakeholder consultation, that the budget is all adding up. But a really important part is that once you've demonstrated that you've got a brilliant project that meets all the criteria um, and you're good to go to deliver it, that the funding provider actually needs to know about you. It's about building confidence, demonstrating that you can deliver this project to scope according to specifications on time and on budget. And there's a whole section that goes into assessing a proponent. Obviously, the more money that you're asking for, the more details that you need to provide, because the more you'll be scrutinised. It's about risk management from the funding provider. Um, they want to minimize that risk. They want to minimize that risk. You're going to deliver this project and they want to make sure that you actually are going to be able to deliver it. So, look, they look at a number of different things in terms of assessing a proponent. But what I would really like to talk to you about today is about capability, people, and governance. And quite often there will be, in a business case, there be very clearly set out. There will be a whole section on project delivery and your ability to deliver the project. Grant applications, quite often you'll be a section usually under governance or structure, and the same for tender applications. But essentially, they're asking for a lot of the same information. Um, what they want to know is quite often whether you have any experience. Do you have experience in delivering projects? Capability. What have you delivered previously? So some quick dot points or some case studies, or depending on how much room that you have in filling in the application, um, to let them know that you have delivered projects previously along the same lines, along the same value of money. They were delivered successfully. They've had all of these positive outcomes. It was acquitted, you reported, it was managed appropriately. So they want some examples. If you're a new organisation, you haven't got any examples, maybe a good idea to have a look at the people in your organisation about whether they've got any experience. Do they sit on other boards perhaps or committees, or have they been employed elsewhere where they've delivered projects successfully? So that's where you come into a little bit of the people side of things, which cut off and they want to know specifically who are the people that are going to be involved in delivering this project. What experience do they have? If, for example, you have a board or you have a steering committee, which forms part of the governance section as well, then you'd want to talk about what experience that they have in delivering project or providing project oversight, which all adds to that kind of building confidence. These people know what they're doing, they've done it previously. They have all of these skills that are needed to deliver a project of this magnitude or in this particular area. So setting out bios is quite a common thing to do. I've often had bios where, they want to provide, the proponent want to provide a lot of background information. But as much as it's nice to have that information about everyone, really it's very business oriented. You want to know exactly what's your CV, what are your skills. definitely for tender applications, usually provide a buyer of all of the people that will that are involved or can be drawn upon for their expertise in delivering this project. So that's a really important part, obviously, that you have access to expertise if it's required. And should you not have that expertise on board in the organisation, maybe think about where you're going to get it from. Are you going to partner with someone, which is of course a whole different set of questions that need to be looked at in terms of how that partnership will work, but where you're going to get that expertise from. Will you engage a project manager? Do you have people in your organization that's got experience in delivering a project? If not, then you get someone in. Demonstrate someone is going to be coming in. You've got money set aside in the budget, and this person has got several years experience in delivering infrastructure or service projects and have done so successfully. What tools will you use to deliver the project? Will you use a Prince 2 project framework? Will you just be using an Excel spreadsheet? Sometimes that is okay for a smaller project, but you need to demonstrate that there is something in place that's going to track this project. So much as governance is very much also about making sure that you have processes and procedures in place, that there's a setup for how expenditure is authorised, how if a project goes off track, who's responsible, that there's a project sponsor in place. It is also very much about demonstrating that that oversight is there, okay, that someone will be keeping an eye on that project, that you have resources allocated. So when we talk about governance, it is definitely about all of that whole suite of things that goes towards saying, if something goes wrong, if something goes off track, we have people that know what to do with the right skills, with the experience. We have processes in place. We got access to people with expertise to help us. We have contingencies in our budget in place. We have insurance in place. Should something go wrong, it's not going to stall the project. I won't go into the financial aspect of assessing a proponent, but I will say that it is also about making sure that you have liquid capital. If it ends up going over budget, that there's some money there that the whole thing is not going to fall over. Obviously, building sufficient contingency in your budget for administration and for potential price escalations is also an important part of risk mitigation, which again is a completely other aspect of how ensuring that a project can be delivered on time and on budget is a whole risk management side of things. But like I said, today I just really wanted to talk to you about organisational capability, the people that are involved, and the governance structures, the oversight that you have in place to ensure that you can deliver this project in a way that you said you were going to deliver it. A very important part of demonstrating that a funding provider should trust you with the funding. You have a brilliant project and you can deliver it in a way that you said you were going to deliver it. So that's it for me from now. Look forward to talking to you later. Bye.